Okay, this is a short video on how you can get rid of things that you don't need. Um, in my process of making this, I must have duplicated a section because I have a couple copies of the same question. Okay, so I have these two questions already, and if you're nervous before you start editing a form, you could go right here, and before you worry about I'm going to screw stuff up, you're going to just what you're going to do is you're going to make an extra copy. This is a good idea, especially when you're not like 100% confident that stuff is happening. So I'm going to make a copy just in case before I start deleting a bunch of stuff. Now I'm back on the one I want to edit. And what I want to do is I want to see if there's any extra questions. Like right now, I've got this thumbs up and I've got this life mean question twice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the question and I'm just going to trash it. Okay, and I'm going to trash it. And now I have a section where I can say add a specific date. Question. Now, what I'm going to try to do is convince you that instead of doing all this extra copying and pasting, like right now, I don't want to keep retyping this message, so I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it. But if I would have been a smart guy at the beginning, I would have done a bunch of sections with this basically by copying and pasting the section. So that's my music section. Okay, so we've got a specific date here. Maybe I need another section down here that says how do I add music. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to duplicate a section right now. Like this is what I meant by having like a template. Um, that would have saved me the copying and pasting. So if I click right here and it says duplicate section, I'm going to say duplicate. And what will happen is it'll automatically make a copy of that and put copy in the title. Now, we want to move that section, and before I decide where to move it, I got to figure out what section number I need. Okay, so section 10 is where I want to go right afterwards because I'd like to make a video, or I'd like to be able to show you the video about how I, put this music file on. Okay, all right, so we're back up here. We're going to say duplicate the section, and then now look, it's got a copy of a copy. Like if you've got, this stuff is basically going to stay the same except for you changing your section title. It's just a good idea. And since I don't know how many sections this thing will eventually have, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these copies. At least one's gonna go where I want to put that video, and then another one's gonna go like maybe at the very very end. Okay, so there we go. This was basically the template section. So we're going to move that template down. And I thought it was 10 that we needed to move it to, or after. We need to move it after the specific date question. And then I'm going to move these two copy ones towards the end as well. All right, we're done moving that one. So it's where we would like it to be, adding a link to a YouTube music video. Now, I have not messed with the scheduler yet, but I do have some like ideas about how we can use scheduler to keep us as teachers on schedule, but to also like kind of give kids like an automatic timer, that kind of idea. My original thought process is to be super regimented about it, but like in class, I typically will say, this is 3 songs worthy. So what I'm thinking about doing when we do these in class is that I'm gonna like I'm gonna basically give kids a chance to make suggestions about videos. They could send me a video. I'll watch some of the videos if I like. I mean, I may, out of all those, find one, maybe two that are appropriate because of all the language and the references that are in modern music today. And maybe I would say this is a kid's pick one. Okay? But I digress. That's not what this is all about. This is about just managing sections. So I'm going to go back up there and move those two copies down to the very end. So the end is where I'll store them, move, and then I don't have to worry about what section number they are, because as soon as I get it down to the very end, it's not going to give me an option to go any further. All right, so that's done. We move that copy one down there. And then we had one more copy around here somewhere, I thought. All right, we do. We got one more copy. You click there. You're going to move the section again. Since it is just a template document, I'm going to move it. And if we have too many at the end, we can just delete a section. What I would say is the more and more you use this, the more you're going to realize that you really have got about 3 or 4 things that you want to do, and then make templates. So your creation of these things will not be so hard. Or tell me what kind of template you want, and I'll make a template, and I'll put it on the tech team. I guess assignments and or blog posts. Okay, so that's basically how you can manage sections, and then using duplicate and move option when it talks about sections. All right, I know that was a little bit longer, but we did quite a few things. Thank you for watching my video.